Welcome to TFI Tuesday, where members of the State Support Team, Region 5, will share tidbits of each of the tiered fidelity inventory features. We hope you will find these short discussions meaningful and beneficial to your PBIS team. And now, here's this week's TFI Tuesday tidbit.
Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of TFI Tuesdays, where members of the State Support Team Region 5 will share tidbits of information that aligns with the critical features of the tiered fidelity inventory to provide a consistent message across our region. We hope you'll find these short discussions meaningful and beneficial to your PBIS team. And now, here's this week's TFI Tuesday tidbit. Matt, can you tell us why it is important to have an action plan? Our team meets and we discuss building information. We all know what we're doing. Why one more thing?
That's a fair question. But no matter where you are on your implementation journey, at some point you'll want to take a step back and ask yourselves, are we doing what we said we'd do? And is that effort having the kind of impact that we hoped it would have? Answering those questions requires data. Once you've collected the data you need, the next step is to create a plan for addressing those data. Having a PBIS action plan is important for several reasons, even if your team is well informed and communicates effectively. Remember that it's a roadmap to your destination. Here are some key reasons why having a PBIS action plan is beneficial. It provides clarity and consistency, alignment with goals, accountability, documentation, efficiency, resource allocation, continuous improvement, communication, and sustainability. Your PBIS action plan provides a structure, accountability, and documentation for your team's efforts in implementing PBIS strategies. Even if your team is knowledgeable and communicates well, having a plan in place can enhance the effectiveness and sustainability of your PBIS system. It helps ensure that everyone is working toward a common goal and that efforts are aligned with best practices and behavior support.
Wow, thanks, Matt. Thanks for providing clarity around the importance and features of a PBIS team action plan. Can you explain how our PBIS action plan is aligned with our district's plan?
Aligning your PBIS action plan with your school district's plan is crucial for ensuring that your efforts are consistent with the broader goals and strategies of the district. It allows for consistency and cohesion across the district. This alignment is essential for creating a unified, coordinated, and effective approach to behavior support and management. It ensures that your efforts are in harmony with the district's broader educational goals and that resources and strategies are deployed strategically to benefit all students across the district. In order to do this, you might start with your building or District's 1 plan or strategic plan and review what goals are listed there. Oftentimes, you'll find a goal around school climate and supports, behavior supports, or even attendance that aligns with your PBIS framework. If none of those are present, review what goals or actions are in the plan and consider which piece can be directly impacted by an improved school climate. This can be very helpful when choosing which actions are a priority for your team, and also makes it easier to monitor your progress towards your goals. Using your district or building's plan to select your actions will enhance your level of consistency and accountability.
Wow, great. Now I understand how important it is to have an action plan for my PBIS team. Is it necessary to use a particular action plan form, or is there a required document floating around out there that we can use?
No, not exactly, but you do want your action plan to fit your needs. Action plans need to have some critical components. Many times we talk about these components to help outline what needs to be done, by whom, and within what time frame. Every action plan needs to have goals that align with their data that are measurable, achievable, relevant, and of course, timely. We know that our recognition system requests at least 3 action steps. Within those goals, we want to identify the roles and responsibilities for each of the tasks to ensure accountability. If the action will be completed by the team, who is responsible for ensuring that this item gets added to the future agenda? Aligned with the roles and responsibility comes a timeline and headlines. We want to be specific about when we want the particular action to take place. How will we know that we have accomplished our goal? And in some situations, are there any budget concerns that we want to address? By including these critical components in your action plan, you create a comprehensive and well-structured document that serves as a roadmap for achieving your goal while ensuring accountability and clear communication among team members and your stakeholders.
Okay, so you just mentioned stakeholders, so that makes me wonder, who needs to know about the action plan?
That's a great question. I spoke earlier about the various data that are being used to create the action plan, and in some of these data should be from student, family, and community feedback. Once your action plan has been created, this is a perfect opportunity to follow up with those stakeholders to inform them of the changes, improvements, or refinements that the team plans to address this year. We also know that this is a great way to address TFI feature 1.15 annual evaluation. We know that by being transparent in our action steps, we're more likely to hold ourselves accountable for achieving our goals. That being said, the document that we share with stakeholders would be presented in a family-friendly format rather than the functional document that the team will utilize to monitor the process of the defined actions. As I said earlier, the action plan is a tool to use to document and monitor the continuous improvement of your team. Sharing that information with not only your team members, but also with staff and other stakeholders to help ensure that the actions assigned are also the actions that are fulfilled.
Great. Thank you so much, Matt, for your insights on the PBIS action plan. I think our listeners now have a better understanding of not only what an action plan is, but also the value associated with a high-quality plan. As the school year begins to settle for many of our listeners, I want to pause here for a moment of reflection for those listeners to consider what actions your team has assigned this year. Have you assigned those tasks to unique team members? Do you have a timeline assigned to each item? And have you taken the time to share those goals with your stakeholders? Thank you again for joining us for TFI Tuesdays. Don't forget, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us on the SST5 PBIS team. Remember, you can find all of our TFI Tuesdays on our website. Until next time, be safe, be well, and remain positive.
Thank you for joining us for our TFI Tuesdays. We hope you'll join again next week to learn about additional TFI features. Until then, be safe, be kind, and be positive.